This is a short report about the validation of the Ottawa 3DY in community seniors in DED. Our work was supported by the Fonds de Recherche en Santé du Québec. It is well known that there is an increased number of elders in the emergency department. Cognitive dysfunction is more prevalent among geriatric patients. Many emergency medicine authorities have suggested that health professionals should assess for mental status in patients evaluated in the emergency department. However, the existing tools are not suited for a busy ED environment. One solution may come up at the horizon: the Ottawa 3DY. The Ottawa 3DY have 4 simple questions. What is the date? The day, can you spell the word backwards? And what is the year? It was derived in 2008 and then validated in different occasions at 2011, 2016, and just recently by a BC group here at Cape 17. They did show a sensitivity of about 71% to 93% when compared to cognitive impairment evaluation. Our main objective of this study was to do a phase validity of the effectiveness of the Ottawa 3DY French version, a translated version, when compared to confusion assessment method, the CAM for delirium, and compared to the TICS-M, the modified telephone interviewing for cognitive status. This is a pre-planned study of a multi-center perspective study of 4 emergency departments in the province of Quebec. Patients were aged 65 and more. They had at least an ED stay of 8 hours as an exposure. They were admitted to a care unit. They were independent or semi-independent in their daily living activities. Our original prospective study had 3 main phases: initial assessment, a follow-up twice a day for evaluation of delirium, and then a follow-up once a day when they're in a care unit. Here we're focusing more on the first initial assessment. At that initial assessment after 8 hours of exposure, they had a CAM and a TICS-M along with ORs, which evaluate the mobility of the patient. The R3DY and the 4AT were also done, and health resuscitation questionnaire was also assessed. We had 313 patients that were enrolled for this study. Mean age was about 76 years old. Mostly male and female were adequately redistributed. Patient had about 2 comorbidities on the Charlson scale. They had quite a good score of mobility with ORs at 25 out of 28, and only 3% were known for dementia in their chart. The prevalent delirium when measured for outcome was 6%, and possible cognitive impairment was 13%. When you look at those predictive value of the R3DYF for the cognitive impairment on your left and the prevalent delirium on the right, well, you see that the cognitive impairment, we get a sensitivity of about 76%, a specificity of 67%. But the most important part is the negative predictive value at the bottom there of 88.4%. As for the prevalent delirium on the right, actually it's a bit better. Sensitivity is 84%, and the negative predictive value is 98%. So if you don't have a score of 4 or 4 on the Ottawa 3DY, you may be suffering either cognitive impairment or delirium. Similarly, when we combine the result, here you have a stratification of Ottawa 3DY 4 on 4 versus 1 to 3 points on 4. When compared to either the presence of delirium or lower tics, then we realize that the sensitivity is 76% and the specificity is 68%. This is actually quite good compared to the health professional gestalt to identify the prevalent delirium and cognitive impairment. This is one of the first studies that compared the French Ottawa 3DY with the CAM and TICS, two well-validated tools to screen for delirium and cognitive impairment. This is a quick test, and the Ottawa 3DY French version could be done in a busy environment setting and seems to compare well to the CAM and TICS as a screening tool. The French Ottawa 3DY could be probably a useful screening tool at triage nurses in the ED, and this could guide the introduction of early intervention and patient care trajectory. If you want to follow us, go on the website at city.ca, or you're also on Twitter with City Team. Thank you.